Stop everything, I've got 3 massive Leicester City stories for you. Listen to this. An academy graduate has left the club in a permanent League One move. There's a major update on who could be the next Leicester City manager, and Sky Sports are saying 3 new signings are still on the way. So stay till the end. I'm passionate about Leicester, and I'll keep everyone up to date with the latest Foxes. News every day. Hit subscribe and join in. So this is one of those stories that hits a bit closer to home because it's about one of our own. Brandon Cover, a Leicester City Academy lad, is officially moving on, sealing a permanent switch to League One side Rotherham United right at the deadline. No drama, no noise, just a quiet exit for a player who came through the ranks wearing the badge with pride. You'll remember Cover's one and only senior appearance for the Foxes came under Enzo Maresca in that FA Cup tie against Birmingham a couple of seasons back. Not exactly the fairy tale breakthrough, but still a moment he'll never forget. This season, he'd been grafting away with the under-21s and only just made the bench again during that frustrating defeat to Charlton, which also happened to be Andy King's first match as interim boss. A strange full-circle moment, really. Originally a defensive midfielder, Cover's journey has been all about adaptation. Over the last couple of years, he's reinvented himself as a right-back, showing that versatility managers love, but sometimes clubs take for granted. Last season was busy. 20 appearances for Port Vale, 2 goals from defense, then another spell at Fleetwood where he added 8 more games to his name. Proper lower league education, learning the hard way, week in, week out. But when he came back to Leicester in the summer, the door never really opened. The pathway from academy to first team at this club has been brutal lately, and Cover simply couldn't force his way into the picture. That doesn't mean he hasn't grown, though. Far from it. Since his breakthrough days at City, he's gone on to become a full Jamaica international, which says a lot about his mentality and resilience. Now at 22, this move to Rotherham feels like a proper reset. They're scrapping for their lives in League One, hovering just above the relegation zone on goal difference, but momentum is building after back-to-back wins. It's the kind of environment where a hungry player can make a name for himself, away from the chaos, away from the noise, and certainly away from clubs like Nottingham Forest, who love to talk about youth, but never seem to develop anyone properly. For Leicester, it's another reminder of how tough it is to balance ambition with loyalty to academy graduate. You want to see lads like Cover succeed in blue, but sometimes the reality of modern football pushes them elsewhere. So here's the real question for you as a Foxes fan. Are Leicester City doing enough to protect and develop academy talent like Brandon Cover? Or are we too quick to let our own slip away while other clubs reap the rewards? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. Things are moving, and you can feel it around King Power Stadium. Leicester City are clearly accelerating the process of appointing the next manager, and the noise is getting louder by the day. 2 names keep coming up again and again, Enzo Maresca and Gary Rowett, both heavily discussed in the latest reports and both firmly in the frame. This isn't idle gossip anymore. Momentum is building, and a decision feels close. Now, let's talk honestly. Gary Rowett wouldn't exactly be the headline-grabbing, champagne appointment that gets social media buzzing. But football isn't played on Twitter, is it? What Rowett does bring is structure, discipline, and a sense of order, something the Foxes have been crying out for. Promotion battles aren't always pretty, and if the aim is to grind our way back into the playoff conversation, Rowett might just be the steady pair of hands this club needs right now. His situation at Oxford was, frankly, a nightmare. He walked into a mess and then watched his best player, former Leicester man Elliot Moore, effectively shut the door on the club. Moore was the captain, deeply embedded in the project, and then suddenly decided to explore other options. Ending up at Northampton after being without a club raised more than a few eyebrows, and it left Oxford in a position that would test any manager's patience. That context matters when judging Rowett's recent record. Behind the scenes, it's believed the King and Sadler partnership are desperate for stability. They want someone settled, someone who won't rock the boat every 5 minutes, someone who can actually lead this squad rather than constantly reshaping it. That's why there's a growing feeling an appointment is imminent. The club cannot afford to drift, especially not with rivals watching closely, including that lot from Nottingham, who love nothing more than seeing Leicester stumble. As for the technical director role, it's still a complete mystery. Names come and go, the order changes, and the whole process feels oddly disjointed. At this point, All you can do is hope clarity arrives soon, because running a club this size without a clear football structure is playing with fire. So here's the question you need to answer as a Foxes fan. Would you rather Leicester City play it safe with Gary Rowett and focus on results? Or should the club roll the dice on Musaka again and risk repeating the same chaos while certain rivals laugh from the sideline? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. So here's where things stand, and despite the noise, the panic, and the usual deadline day hysteria, Leicester City are actually sitting pretty. Sky Sports are reporting that the Foxes are still fully expecting to confirm 3 new signings: Divine Musaka, Jamal Lascelles, and Dujuan Richards. No drama, no collapse, no last-minute scramble. Just a bit of waiting, which in football always sends people to meltdown. If you've been refreshing your phone wondering why nothing dropped, breathe. This isn't about deals falling apart. It's administration, a proper old-fashioned EFL paperwork pileup. Late transactions all over the leagues have slowed confirmation, and Leicester are caught in that queue. One source close to the club summed it up perfect. This is a waiting game, not a warning sign. That matters. Inside the club, the mood is calm. That's the key detail. Leicester believe everything is progressing exactly as planned, and that tells you this recruitment is being handled with control rather than desperation. After everything we've lived through recently, that alone feels like progress. The squad is being shaped with purpose, not panic, and that's something certain clubs up the M1 could learn from. Instead of announcing signings every 5 minutes just to pretend they're massive. The profiles of these players say a lot too. You're looking at a blend of experience and potential, strength and development. Lascelles brings leadership and edge. Musaka adds athleticism and hunger. Richards offers upside and future value. This isn't scattergun recruitment. This is a plan slowly locking into place, even if the announcements are taking their time. Yes, it's frustrating seeing rivals roll out flashy graphics while Leicester stay quiet. But silence doesn't mean failure. It means the club would rather get things right than rush something through and regret it later. Anyone who's followed football long enough knows delayed confirmation is far better than rushed mistakes, especially when you're rebuilding credibility. The expectation now is simple. Paperwork clears, announcements land, and Leicester head into the next match day with clarity instead of chaos. A squad that looks designed, not patched together at the last second. So here's the question you need to answer honestly. Would you rather Leicester City stay patient and confirm smart signings properly? Or should the club rush announcements just to keep up appearances like certain rivals who confuse noise with progress? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date.